We'll see what I get. Now you were right. A lot of our places look the same. So this actually looks close to where I live. Now I would not be surprised if this is where I'm thinking. It's actually not far from where I live. Let's see. No, actually, no, it's not. Where I was thinking it was, it isn't. Okay. This is Atlantic Canada, I can tell you that. And it's probably, I want to say it's Nova Scotia. I thought it was Prince Edward Island, but I'm not positive. I live on Prince Edward Island, which is a tiny, beautiful island. Nova Scotia means New Scotland. Oh, it is Prince Edward Island. Okay. So it is where I thought it was. So this is actually just pure luck. One good thing about PEI, every tiny path and dirt road has is a highway number, as a provincial highway number. I mean, literally, when we first moved here years ago, my wife would drive down and be following the GPS, and it would take us down these little tiny roads, and my son would look at her and she'd go, "I don't think we should go here, Mama." And yes, some of them were goat paths at that. So that's the 358 and the 304. I live right around here, and I'm thinking this is up east. Yes, in PI you go up east and down west. I know it doesn't make sense, but that's the way it is. What numbers? 358 and 304. Three 302, 305. 304, and then 358 should be going this way somewhere. So it's at the end of the 304. Is that also the Elmira Road? Let's see. Nope. Surrey River, so that's the other end of the 304. Back here and see how far it is from there. How far was it? It was around the curve. So I'm going to say it's right about there. And I'm going to guess. And I was 5 meters away. Now that honestly is a really lucky guess. It happened to be a place that was... I want to say literally in my backyard. It's about an hour and a half away, but I actually haven't been there. Um, I just I just clued into a few things that were obvious. Um, in Canada, the highway signs will tell me a lot. Also, whether it's English or English and French. The English and French, if it's both, chances are it's in New Brunswick. If it's just English, it can just about be anywhere. If it's only French, then it is most likely in Quebec. Okay, so this was from an election time. So, Highway 1. So Highway 1, there is a Trans-Canada Highway 1 in Prince Edward Island, but I don't think this is PEI again. If it is, this would be really rare. Because we have 10 provinces, and we have 3 territories. The territories are all... Yeah, this is Nova Scotia, because this was a federal election, and... No, this is actually... I want to say BC. Sorry. BC, I don't know where. British Columbia, that's actually on the opposite side of the country from where I am. You got to remember, Canada is the second largest country in the world, so you didn't have much luck. If you got places, you were quite a bit farther away. Now, I'm trying to think. I know Mark Strahl, his father was a cabinet minister. I can't remember where in BC. I have been to BC, but not to this part. I'm just guessing near Abbotsford. I don't have any real thing, but I think it's not too far, because this is sort of the populated area of BC, the Vancouver area, and then there's Vancouver Island. Yes, Canada doesn't have a lot of original names. The capital BC is in Victoria. Kelowna is populated Kamloops, but basically my wife and I, we were in Calgary, we were in Banff, we went to Banff. I never say it right, and she makes fun of me, and we actually just snuck over. Okay, so it's the highway number 1, so yeah, that's the highway number 1, so it very well could be that area or close to it, so I'm just going to guess. 28 kilometers, not bad. So he was in Chilliwack, I was near Abbotsford. 2 different cities. Used to be a band called Chilliwack. I don't know if you ever heard of it. In Australia, they were quite popular, I think around the late 70s or early 80s. Okay. Okay, that doesn't tell me where. I'm trying to cheat. See if there's any license plates not blurred out that I might recognize, to at least not blurred on enough. Okay. I know this is not in Prince Edward Island, because we do not actually have trash bins like this. We all have carts. It's mandatory. So I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, nothing to see the shape. I was hoping to see colors or something. This is okay. There's a place here. Parkview Homes, all natural. 705 is the area code. 705. 905 is Ontario. 705. That's oh, nothing there. I know it's not Alberta. Is it Edmonton area? Let me see. 403 is around Calgary. I have to say that really this could almost be anywhere. I know where it's not because of the carts. And the 705, I can't remember where 705 area code is. It's either Alberta or Saskatchewan. 780 is 780 and 403 are Alberta. So I'm thinking it's Saskatchewan. So if it's Saskatchewan, we have a couple big cities. We have Saskatoon, Regina. It could also be Moose Jaw. Yes, there's a place called Moose Jaw. We have Swift Current. I'm gonna guess Moose Jaw. I don't know why. I'm pretty confident it's probably Saskatchewan. Let me see. And I was way off. So it was actually in Ontario, 705. So that's way off. This is, yeah, much different places. And this here literally can be just about anywhere in Canada. I'm almost thinking it's another Prince Edward Island, but because we have a lot of this. We have nice wide shoulders on PEI. What does this sign say though? Let me go back a little. Ida's what? Beaver Creek. Okay, we have a lot of beavers here too. Canada's famous for our beaver. So, Beaver Creek. I literally don't know where Beaver Creek is. I have an especially snowy background because I know you mentioned that you liked seeing the snow. So, rest area. Okay, that doesn't help. Beaver Creek. That's a provincial park. I know it's not Quebec because it's in English. Though often in Quebec I do see these, they have these like mounds on the side that aren't really Beaver Creek. So I'm near Beaver Creek, Westmount. In fact, in Quebec, the signs have to be in French. They can have English on them, but there's actually certain requirements for the amount of English, the size of the English compared to the size of French. Beaver Creek Airport. There's mountains in the background. So, is there a Beaver Creek in Alberta? And if there is, is that a Canada-U.S. border? It is. So it is a custom. So this is a border. So this is a border town. So Canada and the United States have the longest undefended border in the world. So let's see if I can find a beaver creek anywhere. So you see their border. This is Niagara Falls versus International Falls. So this is in Ontario. But like I said, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure this is farther west. Yes, there's a place called Snowflake, I guess. There's Big Beaver. So is there a Beaver Creek near Big Beaver? I told you, we have beavers everywhere. Borderland. Oh, that's nice. It's along the border. This is more the area I'm thinking. Whiskey Gap. Not beaver, but beezer. Rooseville. Mount Thompson. And you notice the border is pretty straight. It's supposed to be on the 49th parallel. There's actually some really interesting spots where I don't know if they had too much whiskey, but there's actually dips and dives in some spots. It's not perfectly straight, but you gotta imagine when they were doing it, they didn't necessarily have the best. So Oisius is back in British Columbia. So I haven't found Beaver Creek. Way over here we had Beaver something. I'm gonna go near there. I don't know where this is. Like I said, I've heard of Beaver Creek before. The only other place is we do have another U.S. border that I'm not. Could it be in this U.S. border with Saskatchewan? It is. Okay. With Alaska, I mean. So I'm going to say we're right about there. 25 kilometers, not bad. So this is the last round, and this one's going to get me. I have no idea where this is. But there's a sign there, so that might help. Hopefully it's a place I've heard of. West White Mud Drive. Okay, again, all English, so it is not in Quebec. So our speed signs are these, and they are in kilometers, not miles. I'm not sure what you use in Australia. We do drive on the right-hand side of the road. West Edmonton Mall. Okay, So what's the name of the street? White Mud Drive, West Edmonton Mall. Okay, so that's in Edmonton, which is in Alberta. Edmonton is the capital of Alberta. I've never been to Edmonton specifically, but the West Edmonton Mall, it's pretty famous. At one point, it was the largest mall in the world. It actually has a submarine. So, if you can believe that, it had a submarine in it. So, white mud. Oh, can I figure out what this other street is that it's on? That really skipped ahead. Then go back to the start. White mud. Now, just because it's going to the West Edmonton Mall doesn't necessarily mean it's near it. As I noticed, most of these streets have numbers. A lot of the places out west, they do have that. They're very organized. They were originally done in grids because they were set up later, so they actually had the street numbers. There's White Mud Road. Is this still White Mud Road here? Yeah. I want to say it looks more like here. I'm going to go there, just as a guess, because 486 meters, not bad. I didn't think it would look like this busy of an intersection at White Mud. So let's view my summary. 19,619 points, not bad. So let's get my game breakdown. So yeah, on round 3 I blew it, and so 19,619, and my best score on this has actually been 24,932. That was a while back, but not bad. So I'm going to stop this video now, Vanessa, and you have a great day and enjoy Australia, and I hope you do get to Canada sometime. I think you'd like it.